The Whispering Woods Introduction. Welcome back again. This latest short fantasy story was once again written for and 100% inspired by Parker Neslidge. Our story begins in St. Augustine, Florida, when the Quibblewhick twins' Disney World vacation takes a twisted turn. Spencer, driven by his curiosity, vanishes into the Whispering Woods, lured by its secrets and whispers. In an enchanted realm where shadows shift and talking creatures whisper cryptic clues, things are never quite what they seem. Can Spencer awaken his true potential and confront his choices before it's too late, or will he become lost forever? This extraordinary adventure will take you to both familiar and unexpected places as well as in familiar and unexpected ways. Get ready for this latest installment, close your eyes if you like and listen, and mostly importantly enjoy. Let's go! Part 1. In the golden embrace of the warm Florida morning sun, the Quibblewhick family gathered anxiously around their breakfast table with a big announcement to celebrate Erin and Spencer's 10th birthday. Their parents, Alice and Alastair, beamed with joy as they shared the long-awaited news with their twins. They had booked a 5-day family Disney World vacation package with hotel and Disney Plus passes. After years of ups and downs, planning, and postponing, this was finally the dream vacation they had been hoping for. Erin's eyes welled up and widened, her fingers trembled as they clasped together, and a radiant smile spread across her happy face. "Spencer, we're finally going to Disney World. I can't wait to visit Magic Kingdom," she exclaimed joyfully. Spencer, stunned for a moment, erupted into unrestrained laughter, the sheer happiness bubbling up within him. "Yes, finally! I get to visit Galaxy's Edge and see all my favorite Star Wars stuff." Their parents exchanged beaming smiles, knowing they had created a very special moment for their family to remember. As reality sunk in, the Quibblewhicks spent the day in jubilation, celebrating, planning, and of course packing. Laughter and giddiness echoed throughout their small St. Augustine home, filling each room with excitement and the promise of a magical Disney adventure. Road trip to Disney. On the following morning, the Quibblewhicks enthusiastically loaded their car, brimming with anticipation for the 2-hour road trip to Disney. Erin was the first to skip out the front door of the house, eyes sparkling with excitement as she nibbled on a plain waffle. "I can't believe we're going to Disney World tomorrow." Spencer's face lit up, following closely behind her as he abandoned his breakfast, reaching eagerly for a crisp apple, his mind already wandering to the wonders of all the thrill rides that awaited them. The atmosphere in the car crackled with excitement as they buckled their seat belts. Alastair skillfully maneuvered the car out of their driveway, counting down for the children, marking their readiness for departure. 3, 2, 1. We're off. Prepare the way for the Quibblewhick family. Disney, here we come. Alice glanced back just in time to witness her elated twins in the back seat, exchanging smiles as they reached up to high-five each other. And so the big anticipated trip began. Alastair reached over to gently hold his wife's hand as he met Alice's beaming face with a warm smile of his own. This was one very happy family. However, once Alastair approached the first intersection, he jerked the car to the side of the road, then slammed on the brakes. The sudden jolt brought the Quibblewhick family to attention, and both Erin and Spencer lunged forward, concerned about what had just happened. They listened intently as Alice calmly reassured her husband, Alastair, "Yes, dear, everything's taken care of. I packed all Erin's medication, and the doctors and emergency contacts are all on my phone. We're all set. You don't have to worry." Alastair, visibly relieved, nodded and resumed driving as if nothing had happened. The atmosphere in the car, however, had shifted. Spencer, who had been lost in his thoughts thinking about the wonders of Galaxy's Edge, became aware of the unspoken worry that lingered. Glancing at Erin, he noticed a fleeting expression of concern on her face. "Here we go again," mumbled Spencer to himself. "It's always the same thing." As the car merged onto the highway, Alastair spoke, his voice a mix of excitement and caution trying to lighten the mood. "All right, everyone, let's make it a smooth ride. We've got a magical Disney adventure waiting for us." Erin tried to rekindle the earlier enthusiasm. "Spencer, what are you most excited about? You have to help me choose which Magic Kingdom ride to go on first." How about that old classic, It's a Small World? Spencer was still distracted and couldn't shake off the unease. He hesitated for a moment before responding, maybe, I guess, we'll see. Then seconds later he leaned forward and tapped his mom's shoulder. Are you sure everything's okay? Alice turned around from the front seat, meeting Spencer's gaze with a reassuring smile. Absolutely, sweetheart. We've got everything we need. Now, let's focus on the fun ahead. Yet, Spencer couldn't shake off the feeling that something was amiss, and once again he would be frustrated and disappointed despite what his father's excitement and his mother's smile both tried to hide from him. The car continued on its journey, the highway stretching out before them, but attention lingered in the Quibblewhick family car. Erin's face lit up with delight as Taylor Swift's Eyes Open song played on the radio, her eyes sparkling as she leaned forward, humming and fingers tapping in perfect rhythm. Oh, I love this song, Mom. Can you please turn it up? Instantly Spencer turned towards her and growled, No, I hate that music. Please change the channel, Dad. No, Spencer, shouted Erin. Mom, please turn it up, I really like this song. Alice turned again and frowned. Stop it, you two. Can't you just get along for a few hours together? Locking eyes with Spencer, please be good to your sister, it's just one song. Spencer's frustration boiled over, he clenched his fists, punching the seat beside him. You always let her have her way or let her do whatever she wants. Now, Spencer, please don't be like that, sighed Alice. Spencer threw up his hands in the air looking at Erin. For your information, I don't want to go to the Magic Kingdom Park or go on any of those dumb rides there. Those rides are for babies. Dad said we are going to the Galaxy's Edge Park first thing tomorrow morning to ride the new Rise of the Resistance attraction. No, Erin complained. Rise of the Resistance has very long wait times. I don't want to waste my time there. Mom, you promised me Magic Kingdom. Kids, please. We will have plenty of time to see and ride everything, you'll see. Alice replied, exasperated as both Erin and Spencer pouted, crossing their arms and looking out their respective windows. Alastair then gently added, It will be fine, Erin, please don't worry. At the sound of his father's voice, Spencer grunted again in disapproval, resenting the special attention she always received. And not without notice, Alastair's reassurance sliced through the air, yet another painful reminder of the differential treatment Spencer found unbearable. Recently the sound of any of his father's or mother's comforting words towards Erin triggered an involuntary grunt of disapproval and boiled his blood immediately. There he goes again, Spencer seethed in silent protest, the clenching of his teeth echoing a tightening knot of resentment in the pit of his stomach. The special treatment accorded to Erin, especially in moments like these, fueled the fire of injustice burning within him. He is always trying so hard to protect her. Everyone does. It's just not fair. Vented Spencer to himself. The burden of perceived inequality seemed to press heavily on Spencer's every nerve, etching unspoken frustration across his face. Ever since Erin's illness had changed their family dynamics, Spencer grappled with a growing sense of neglect and resentment that seemed to deepen with each passing day. Reflecting on the past, it was almost 5 years ago when the Quibblewhick family saw their near-perfect and happy lives turned completely upside down. At the tender age of 5, Erin was diagnosed with an advanced form of leukemia. The disease tested their resolve to fight back and their ability to remain hopeful and optimistic. Erin's medical condition nearly destroyed them emotionally, physically, and even financially, but together the Quibblewicks remained steadfast, or so it seemed. From the age of 5 to 8, both Erin and Alice found themselves spending more time in the hospital and apart from the rest of their family and home life. Alice, being a nurse, was fortunate enough to transfer to the same hospital where Erin was being treated. However, Alastair had to quit his job as a pilot and took a position at the local Home Depot store to stay close and available in case anything happened to Erin. After Erin turned 8, there were finally signs of relief and a more promising recovery toward a brighter future. For the next 2 crucial years, there was Erin's maintenance and monitoring phase, which she joyfully and successfully completed over a month ago. It wasn't just the emotional and physical toll, it was the constant invisible weight of worry, stress, and anxiety that settled upon them like a thick, heavy fog. Alice and Alastair, once the pillars of joy, found themselves struggling through a long 5 years of uncertainty, their smiles often masking the worry etched into their hearts. The upcoming Disney vacation was intended as a symbol to be a family again, to restore normalcy and mark Erin's full recovery, allowing them to finally celebrate the twins' special 10th birthday at Disney. However, for Spencer, it only emphasized the abnormality that had become his life. He yearned for the days when laughter echoed through their house, and he and Erin were partners in mischief rather than distant brother and sister. All he could think about were Erin's chemotherapy treatments, the hospital visits, and all the extended care she received in various forms. As the car pulled into the Disney hotel parking lot, Erin, Alice, and Alastair all shouted out with glee, but Spencer stayed quiet, staring out the window, his mind still filled with conflicting emotions. The resentment, once a subtle nagging thought, now threatened to drown the remnants of their once unbreakable bond. And as the Quibblewhick family headed toward a magical Disney adventure, they also carried with them an undercurrent of unspoken and unresolved struggles and a looming storm that Spencer was unsure he could avoid. The hotel check-in was uneventful, and the Quibblewicks spent some time touring the lush hotel resort site, enjoying the themed Disney pools before settling in for the evening. Alastair ordered takeout from the Olive Garden, and both Erin and Spencer insisted on their favorites. With a radiant smile, Erin happily exclaimed, "Let's get our usuals, Spencer." Mac and cheese with a side order of fries and a Coke Zero. As they relished their delicious meals, they discussed their final plans and strategy for each of the 5 days ahead at the park. Spencer, forgetting about his worries, was filled with anticipation, thinking, "This is going to be great," until he was dealt his first major disappointment. Alice politely interrupted and announced, "I checked the weather report for tomorrow, and it's going to be very hot, a high of 97, but the rest of the week will be in the mid-80s. Your father and I discussed this earlier, and we decided to switch our first day." Spencer dropped his fork, and his enthusiasm instantly waned. "No, Mom." Alastair hesitated, taking his time. "Well, your mother and I feel that 97 is going to be too hot for your sister. She is still recovering. We just don't want to take any chances, and so we thought it would be best to go to the Typhoon Lagoon water park tomorrow when it is really hot, and then go to Galaxy's Edge on the following day instead when it's much cooler." Gasping, Spencer threw up his hands, standing quickly, and in his frustration, accidentally knocked over his soda and the rest of his mac and cheese onto the carpeted floor. He shouted, "No, Dad, you promised. You said we would go to Galaxy's Edge first thing tomorrow morning." His heart raced, and his face turned beet red as he pointed a finger accusing Erin. "Did she ask you to do this?" "Of course not," answered Alastair softly. "Please come here and take a look at this fantastic map of Typhoon Lagoon with me. Just look at all these incredible attractions and water slides we can visit tomorrow when it will be so hot and sunny. Your mother and I really think this will be better for all of us." Recognizing how upset and disappointed Spencer had become, Alice calmly stepped forward, picked up the spilled soda and bowl of mac and cheese, and then pointed out on the map, "Look, right there, isn't that the Crush and Cusher ride you told us about? You said you were so excited to ride it." Spencer, still dejected, paused and briefly looked up at his mother before scanning the map his father held. His friends back home had raved about how good this coaster-like raft Crush and Cusher ride was. "Spencer, this ride is so awesome. It's a 10 out of 10, his best friend Harold had said." Alastair handed Spencer the map, and he began inspecting it, scanning each attraction. He was amazed at just how much there was to see there. His feelings of anger slowly shifted into mild excitement and anticipation. But he was still mad. He had to wait a full extra day before visiting Galaxy's Edge. Typhoon Lagoon, first day at the Disney park. Bright and early the next morning, the Quibblewhick family ate a light breakfast in anticipation of an exciting day at the Typhoon Lagoon water park. Once they donned their new swimwear, Alice and Alastair gathered their children. "Kids, as today marks your 10th birthday, we have something special planned for later. But for now, we know how much you both love bracelets and rings, so we got you these." Erin received a Minnie Mouse ring along with 2 colorful bracelets, one that glows in the dark with a Disney 2023 theme, and another in a bright pink color representing the Magic Kingdom. Spencer, on the other hand, got a white Star Wars Stormtrooper ring and matching CP-30 and R2-D2 companion bracelets. As the Quibblewick family stepped into the vibrant world of Typhoon Lagoon, they were enveloped in an infectious energy of excitement. Towering water slides painted the sky with vibrant hues, promising exhilarating adventures through their twists and turns. The symphony of rushing water and distant screams of joy created an aquatic atmosphere pulsating with enthusiasm. Erin and Spencer stood in awe of the water park's expansive layout, realizing there was an abundance of things to see and do, each promising a unique and thrilling experience. Their first stop was the impressive Crush and Gusher ride. The sight of the massive water coaster, with its twisting tubes and exhilarating drops, left Spencer wide-eyed with anticipation. Erin, too, couldn't contain her excitement. However, as they began making their way towards the coaster, Erin's eyes sparkled at the sight and sounds of the giant wave pool. "Hey, what if we change the plan a bit and hit the wave pool first?" "It looks amazing," Erin suggested, her enthusiasm contagious. Spencer hesitated, torn between the allure of the wave pool and the anticipation of the Crush and Gusher ride. Alice and Alastair exchanged glances, understanding the dilemma. With a smile, Alastair gently said, "Erin, we've got a fantastic plan in place. Let's stick to it for now, and we promise the wave pool is on our list too. The Crush and Gusher is a must-visit, and it's part of your birthday adventure. Come on, let's go before the lines get too long." Erin pouted playfully but eventually agreed, and the Quibblewick family continued their journey towards the thrilling water coaster, excitement building with every step. As the Quibblewick family excitedly neared the entrance of the Crush and Gusher ride, their anticipation reached its peak. The long and winding queue seemed to move in slow motion, heightening the suspense. The vibrant colors of the water coaster glistened in the sunlight, the chaotic sounds of joyful play in the air, inviting them into a world of aquatic adventure. Just as they were about to board, a ride attendant stepped forward to check Erin's height. The Quibblewicks watched, a sudden mix of hope and nervousness in their eyes. However, the atmosphere shifted quickly when the attendant delivered the unexpected news. "I'm sorry, little one, but you need to be at least 48 inches tall to ride, and you're half an inch short," the attendant explained apologetically. The Quibblewick family was dumbfounded. In the midst of all the planning and excitement, they hadn't considered ride height restrictions. Erin's eyes welled up with bitter tears, and her frustration erupted into sobs. "It's not fair. I want to ride with Spencer. This is ruining everything," she cried. Spencer, though sympathetic to his sister's disappointment, couldn't help but feel a surge of frustration again. "What's unfair is that you're ruining everything again, Erin," he thought to himself. Alice, attempting to console Erin, knelt down to her level. "Sweetheart, it's not about being fair or unfair. It's about safety. If you're not properly secured, there could be serious risks. You could get hurt. Imagine if you got sucked out of the raft, it's dangerous." Erin, however, was undeterred. Through her tears, she whined, "I don't care if I get sucked out. I just want to ride like Spencer. It's not fair." The Quibblewicks huddled together, facing an unexpected dilemma on what was supposed to be a day of celebration and joy. "I have an idea," Alastair said, trying to inject some lightness into the heavy moment. "Why don't we all head over to that amazing giant wave pool we passed on the way?" "No, no, no." Spencer's sudden outburst shocked the entire family. He began pacing, frustration evident in his every step. "This always happens, and I am tired of it. She always ruins everything. Dad, you promised again. First it was Galaxy's Edge, then Typhoon Lagoon's Crush and Gusher. Just let Mom and Erin go to the wave pool and we can ride Crush and Gusher right now." "No, Dad, no, Spencer," cried Erin. "We have to all go to the wave pool together." The tension hung thick in the air as the family grappled with conflicting desires and shattered expectations. Erin, still tearful and upset, looked between her parents, hoping for a solution that would mend her disappointment. Alice, with a deep sigh, tried to navigate the delicate balance of keeping both her children happy. The Quibblewhick family stood at a crossroads, uncertain of which path to take in the wake of the unexpected turn of events. "Okay, Erin," said Alastair, trying to console her. "Let's all go to the wave pool. Spencer, tell you what, I will take you to Crush and Cusher after our time in the wave pool together." "No!" shouted Spencer. "What's wrong with you people? You never listen to me or even care about what I have to say or what I want. You only care and think about Erin." Alice moved quickly and held Spencer softly by his shoulders, attempting to bring some calm to the escalating tension. "Sweetheart, that's not true. We love you both more than you can ever know. Please, let's all go enjoy our family together at the wave pool. Come, you'll see, you'll love it, then you and your father can ride Crush and Cusher." All eyes were locked on Spencer as he hung his head with a mix of shame but mostly resentful anger. Spencer did not often express his feelings or was prone to outbursts because he kept things bottled up inside of him most of the time. Only occasionally would he ever talk to his closest friends about his frustration and feelings. As the family entered the wave pool, hundreds of people played and splashed around, having the time of their lives. The wave horn blasted, signaling the approaching cycle of waves. Rocked by one wave after another, Spencer felt numb when he looked back and noticed a reflection from the tall tower of the Crush and Cusher ride sign in the distance. Looking around, Spencer realized no one even noticed his presence, not his parents or Erin. They were too busy laughing, body surfing, and enjoying themselves. Time seemed to stand still. In that brief moment of clarity, he knew exactly what he wanted. Amidst the family's joy, he felt miserable, and despite everything, all he could think about doing was riding the thrilling Crush and Cusher ride. A surge of selfish anger, stubborn revenge, and misplaced righteousness pulsed through him. "They don't even care about me, why should I care about them? They don't even know I am here and won't know when I am gone, and besides, I will be back before they know it." With determination etched on his face, Spencer slipped away from the wave pool, driven by a mixture of resentment and a desire to seize control over his own choices. At the base of the main Crush and Cusher tower, emotions flooded Spencer. Anger and self-pity consumed him, causing him to forget his purpose. The relentless morning sun beamed down on him, intensifying the extreme heat. A distant sparkle beyond the metal chain-link fence caught his eye as he averted his gaze. The shiny object, somehow alluring and mysterious, twinkled on and off. It drew him closer until he stood before the fence door with a sign that read, "Danger. Restricted area. Do not enter. Authorized personnel only." The forbidden allure, coupled with the puzzling sparkling object, heightened Spencer's interest and added a secret excitement to uncovering the mystery. In that moment, Spencer felt an inexplicable detachment from the world he had left behind. The mesmerizing glow of the enigmatic object beckoned him, erasing all boundaries of time and safety. He became focused and driven. No thoughts of even informing his family crossed his mind as he pushed open the door, cautiously stepping into a realm beyond the park's boundaries. The world of Whispering Woods majestically unfolded before his eyes. Its wonders and shadows no doubt concealed secrets that whispered to him through the rustling leaves, and mysteries that danced in the dappling sunlight. Unaware of the world outside, Spencer moved deeper into the heart of the woods, captivated by the unknown and the promise of discovery. The air was heavily charged with anticipation, and he couldn't shake the feeling that every step might bring him closer to something truly extraordinary. With each deliberate footfall, the woods seemed to hum with secrets, and Spencer, propelled by an insatiable curiosity, plunged forward into the enigma that awaited him, a journey into the heart of the unknown forest, guided only by the faint whispers of the ancient trees. As sunlight filtered through the leaves, revealing the hidden wonders of the forest, Spencer marveled at the sheer, inexplicable beauty surrounding him, wonderful things that transcended the ordinary and immersed him in an incredible world of awe-inspiring mystery. "What is this place?" Spencer pondered, his heart racing with a mix of excitement and trepidation. End of Part 1.